Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Okay, so tonight's video is gonna be yet another declutter video. Now, if you guys have been following me, you know I don't really do declutters because I like to think that I am a responsible buyer when it comes to buying fragrances. However, there are some fragrances in my collection that I have come to the conclusion, I have been battling back and forth. I've come to the conclusion I do not like those fragrances and it's time to go. So it's pointless just keeping them in my collection just because. So I just decided like they have to go. And to be honest with you, I've already sold one of them, but I'm gonna tell you about it briefly. And I already have them up on my, Facebook marketplace, and I'm gonna probably put them elsewhere to have them sold because it just doesn't make sense keeping them in my collection. So if you guys are interested in seeing the fragrances that I'm going to be decluttering from my channel, from my collection, then please keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. So let's just get right into it. So the first fragrance I'm going to be getting rid of out of my collection is Delena. And I think I tried with this perfume. I tried with Delena, and I've had Delena for quite some time now. I have expressed to you guys that when I first smelled Delena, Delena ain't exciting to me. Okay, it's a nice perfume. I would be lying to you if I said that this is not a pretty fragrance. I would be lying to you if I said that it didn't smell nice. But it does not excite me. And I know people love that rhubarb, rose, and bergamot opening in this perfume. I know people like that it it's like a sweet and sour, powdery, vanilla fragrance. It is a nice scent. It's nice. It's like a fresh, a little bit green, powdery, bittersweet rose scent. It is nice. It smells like quality. Okay, it smells good, a solid fragrance. I think for me this perfume doesn't have enough sweetness to it. It's like a fresh half ripe rose with some green touches to it. Okay, it's nice. The texture of it is nice. It doesn't smell synthetic, unlike my plight and with some of these fragrances I'm going to be relieving. I do not wear this fragrance because that bittersweet rose, it just doesn't get me. It doesn't get me. It doesn't excite me in any way. And the funny part about it is that MFK has a aloe rose fragrance that is a simple, fresh, clean, powdery, a little bit dewy rose scent. And it is way more simple, not as complex as this perfume. Apparently, it doesn't even last on your skin. And I have the sample here, so I know that one doesn't last. But I would be much more happier to have that one as opposed to this one. And it's so strange because it has longevity. It has, it's complex, it's beautiful, it smells good, it smells of good quality. The bottle is so fancy, as in I'm tempted to keep it in my collection because, bottom line is that Delena is a collector's item. It's a collector's item no matter how you feel about the fragrance. But I can justify keeping the fragrance in my collection because I like the bottle, it's nice, yada, yada, yada. I do not care for Delena, you guys. And in addition to that, the La Rosée, I prefer this one. This is fresher, it is sweeter, it is aquatic, it is musky, it is airy, it is light. It smells dewy. It's not as sweet as the Delena still, but it goes in a direction. For me, the reason why people love this fragrance is the reason why it doesn't really work for me. It goes in that bittersweet powdery vibe, and I don't know. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at all, and I don't care to wear this perfume. I don't wear this fragrance. I do not look forward to wearing this fragrance. I'm the least excited about pulling for this fragrance in my collection. So I think I'm just over having Delena in my collection, honestly. And I am having a bit of a problem getting it sold because, again, it's more or less a brand new bottle with the box still. But I don't know. But again, I prefer La Rose. I don't know. I just like this one more. I definitely like this one more. It's weird, you know. One thing for certain is these are some very sophisticated, classy smelling fragrance, and this one gives you that fresh, classy, elegant skin. I love it, you guys. So the La Rose stays, but Delena goes. So the first fragrance on the chopping board in my collection is none other than Delena by Parfum Zamali. Now the next fragrance I'm getting rid out of my collection is Bun Bun by Victor and Rolf. And you know what, you guys? I just realized that what I'm about to tell you about this perfume is the opposite of why I don't want Delena, which is very hypocritical, but that's just how I feel, right? Okay. This is a beautiful, fruity, sweet, sugary, caramelly, sandalwood smelling perfume. It has some peach in the opening, some very, listen, right? This perfume, it smells so beautiful, okay? It has the peach in the mandarin in the opening, so it's a beautiful fruity scent. It has some caramel in the heart, which in my opinion is that one note that kind of bothers me a little bit in this fragrance. And of course, it has some sandalwood in the base, so it's nice about, it's kind of like a warm, sweet, fruity fragrance, okay, you guys? Beautiful fragrance, don't get me wrong, eh? Beautiful perfume, but it's like, it's fruity, but it's I just don't like this perfume. I don't know what it is. And it's just a nice fragrance. It smells so nice. Like, I don't get what bothers me about this fragrance. I don't know. It's like, it's just sugary sweet. You know, that kind of way. Even though it hasn't some peach, mandarin, orange, and it hasn't guaiac wood as well, which you think I would love. And of course cedar, two notes that I really love. I love cedar, I love guaiac wood and fragrances. I love sandalwood as well. So the base of this fragrance, it's sexy, it's nice, it's beautiful. But for some strange reason, I am never drawn, I am hardly ever drawn to wear this perfume. This is like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to think about this one some more. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful perfume and it smells cool. It's such a beautiful, I don't know. You know what? I might just have a change of heart with this one because it smells so good. It smells really nice, honestly. But yeah, this fragrance is definitely a perfume that I'm skeptical about. It's another one, again, I love the bottle. And I have it amongst my purple section, and I'm almost tempted to not release it because it will take away from the beauty of my little, you know, my little display with my fragrances. And I know that's crazy to think about when it comes to a perfume. It's more than just a bottle. But I do know I'm not really pulling for this fragrance, but I do think it's a beautiful scent, you guys. It's an absolutely stunning smelling fragrance. I don't know why I'm never drawn to wearing this fragrance. Maybe I'll keep it a little bit longer. I do have it up on my Facebook marketplace already, you know, for sale, but I haven't gotten it sold as yet. So I'm just gonna wait and see. Maybe I might end up keeping it, but I'm definitely not really into it. I don't know what it is. I just don't wear this perfume. I don't know what it is, you guys. So this is Bun Bun by Victor and Rolf. So the next fragrance that I definitely want to get rid of out of my collection is Hypnotic Poison. And this is another classic, you guys. Another classic fragrance that I do not wear. And this, in my opinion, is worth keeping in my collection because it's a classic. However, this fragrance, I know it has some almond, sandalwood, vanilla, and tonka bean, but there is a licorice note in here, and I don't know if that's what's putting this off. Now when I smell this perfume to my nose, it's giving me like petroleum scent type of vibe. I don't know what it is, a petroleum vibe to it, which kind of remind me as I'm smelling it why it is I don't want this perfume. This fragrance is a little bit headache inducing. It's strong. I don't know when to wear it, okay? Don't get me wrong. It smells good, but it has this like, and its color is a dark juice and all. There is something to this perfume that's bothersome. It's something in here so that's bothersome to me. It's headache inducing, okay? It's headache inducing, okay? Again, a solid fragrance. The blend on this is everything, and I don't know how I feel about letting go of this perfume, because again, there's such beautiful scents, but I don't wear this perfume because I find it, obviously it's better to be worn in the fall and the winter months, but it's giving me a headache smelling it. Obviously we are in spring, whatever spring means in the UK. It's cold as hell. It's dreadfully damn cold. So it's still cold right now, okay? But this perfume is a bit headache inducing, you know, and I'm not excited by it anymore. I do appreciate the blend and the composition of this fragrance. I appreciate the scent profile, but there is something in this perfume that smells like petroleum. It's a little bit, it's strong, it's heavy, and it's a little bit off-putting. Again, I don't know if it's the licorice note that people always talk about, because I know a lot of people say this fragrance kind of put them off. And I always appreciated this fragrance, but the time has finally come for me to acknowledge and accept the way I feel about this fragrance. And Bun Bun, I can change my mind on Bun Bun, okay? Delena, I can possibly just wear Delena until it's done. I'm not gonna wear this one for sure, okay? I definitely gonna wear this one because I don't think I like it, honestly. So Hypnotic Poison, this one has to go for sure. The next fragrance that I want to sell from in my collection, I actually forgot that I want to get rid of this one, which is strange. I know, that's really crazy. But Moschino Taiba. I know you guys probably saw me rave about this perfume, and I still like this perfume. Don't get me wrong, these are beautiful fragrances. This is a solid, spicy, woody rose fragrance that comes off a little bit leathery. It's fresh, it's airy, but it's a spicy, woody rose fragrance that has some depth to it. It is strong, it is heavy, and it's long lasting. And while you're wearing it, it projects you. This perfume can possibly wear you, which is precisely where the problem is. This is a headache inducing perfume for me. I don't know what it is. This is a leather jacket wearing type of scent. I wore this when I had my leather jacket on, and I think it's a beautiful scent to wear when you have on a leather jacket. So this is a leather jacket wearing type of chick. This is the type of person, you know, who wears a leather jacket with them leather boots and a leather tights. Smell this perfume, it gave me a headache. Now this perfume has a somewhat of a cucumber essence. I can't remember what other fruity notes in here. So, but this perfume smells like, when you think of roses on ice, this is what comes to mind when you smell this perfume. It is strong. It is heavy. It is heavy to the extent that it's headache inducing. There are not many fragrances in my collection that's headache inducing, but this one is. And Hypnotic Poison, it gives me a headache because it's so heavy and so strong, which is weird because you'd think I would appreciate that, but because it's so sweet, the rose in here also comes off like cucumbers. So it's a rosy scent that comes off fruity. It just smells, it smells like sweet roses and cucumbers. Sweet roses and cucumbers, but it's a heavy sweet rose with cucumbers. Very, very heavy. Like, once again, this is what comes to mind. Like, this is what you would imagine roses and ice would have smelled like. But thank God roses and ice has that transparency, that crisp, clean airiness to it, and that, you know, that muskiness to it that makes a fragrance easy to wear. This is sweeter and stronger and woodier and heavier, and it's a challenge for me to wear, if I could be quite honest. So I definitely could get rid of this one here because it's hard for me to wear, as like it bothers me, which is crazy. But it's a solid fragrance, you guys, a very solid perfume, and I love the bottle. Again, these are fragrances in fancy bottles that I could just collect. Like, I know when I first saw this bottle, I couldn't possibly imagine that. Because, like, you couldn't be, I wouldn't be caught dead with this fragrance bottle in my collection. But my mind changed on this. I like the bottle, especially the all black bottle. I love this bottle. So this is Moschino Taiba. This is a fragrance I definitely want to get rid of out of my collection. Next, we have Spirito Fiorentino. And my pleasure for this fragrance was very short-lived. This perfume, okay, It smells like a spicy saffron. It smells like rubber. And of course the leather, right, which it smells like right, the leather in here smells like rubber. I don't pull for this perfume. And out of all the fragrances that I want to relieve, this one, I've had this one the shortest. Okay, all the other perfumes, I've had them quite long. But this one, I've had it the shortest in my collection. I don't pull for this perfume. Again, I have it up on my Facebook Marketplace to be sold. It smells like Baccarat Rouge. It smells like a heavier, stronger version of Baccarat Rouge. It smells like what you would want Baccarat Rouge to smell like. It smells like a male version of Baccarat Rouge. A much more heavier, prominent, stronger version of Baccarat Rouge. Baccarat Rouge is airy, transparent, dainty, and ladylike. If you can smell it. Because I've smelt it on somebody's clothes. So you can smell on somebody's clothes. But I couldn't smell that perfume. And I couldn't justify having a perfume that I can't smell. But if I could be quite honest, I am not that fond of the Baccarat Rouge DNA at all. And the more I smell fragrances that resemble it, the more I realize it. I don't consider this fragrance to be spectacular at all. I would be lying to you if I said this is not a nice perfume. It's a solid fragrance. The bottle alone is worth having. Like, who cares? Like, just post it up on a gram. But it's, one, it's expensive. Two, it's pointless to just keep it just because it's a fancy bottle and it looks good, and you know, it just doesn't make sense. And the more I discover perfumes that I like and love, it's no point keeping fragrances that I just tolerate. There's no point keeping fragrances. Oh yeah, I'll just add that one to my collection. My collection is too big, and there are some beautiful fragrances out there, which is why I'm not impulsive in my purchases. But I bought this for more reason than one. I was diving into Tiziana Terenzi, and I was, you know, you go crazy until you're like, oh, all right, let's stop here. And it's not many times that I find a brand that I love and I explore and I dive all the way into, and then after on my third, fourth, fifth bottle, I'm like, I don't know if I like this anymore. I don't know if I just had a change of heart recently. I don't know what's happening with me. I don't know what it is, but as of lately, this one here, and I have been contemplating on releasing these fragrances since January. You know, I was going to do a declutter video since January, and I hold it back and I say, Adrienne, pump the brakes and think about what you're saying. Maybe you're just in a mood, because that's the same time that I cut my hair. I think I was just in a mood. I don't know what went wrong with me in January. I just was in a mood. Then woke up and I was like, I think I want to make some changes. And I cut my hair. I wanted to declutter some fragrances, but I put, you know, I pumped the brakes right there and said, let me just think about this. And I think I've thought about it enough. I want to get rid of this fragrance. I don't really want it in my collection, honestly. So this is Spirito Fiorentino by Tiziana Terenzi. Okay, and just rounding it up, the last three fragrances are also from Tiziana Terenzi. Now, the deluxe, this is a mildly sweetened, soft, coffee, honey, vanilla, floral, sweet smelling perfume. I think there's some sandalwood in here. It is warm, lightly sweetened. The coffee is there, but it's not a strong coffee. It's a mellow, light cafe latte. An extremely light cafe latte smelling fragrance. It is pretty. Now, let me just smell it to remind myself. I don't think I'm going to change my mind on this though, because yeah, it's a nice perfume. I don't pull for this perfume. I'm not drawn to this fragrance. I don't know when to wear this fragrance. I'm not into this perfume. Okay, and again, I said to you guys, I have had some time to think about it. These are fancy fragrances. The bottles are fancy and everything, but I don't like these perfumes, you guys. I just, not that I don't like it, sorry, I don't wear this fragrance. I don't pull for this perfume, you guys. So I'm thinking to myself, what's the point in keeping it? It doesn't make sense, because it's just gonna stay in my collection, you know. So Deluxe by Tiziana Terenzi definitely has to go. Burria is another one. This is a sweet, fruity, coconutty, sweet, lightly sweetened, fruity, coconut smelling perfume. It is light. You get the citrusy elements in here. There are some citrusy notes in here. Okay. Yeah. There are some florals in here so as well. You get the florals. Say light, a little bit citrusy, coconut smelling perfume, you guys. It's a pretty fragrance, but it's my least spectacular coconut scent. That's because obviously it's not focused on coconut. It's like the coconut essence mixed with florals and some fruity touches in here. So it wears close to the skin. It's quite soft. It's nice, but Dolce & Gabbana excites me more than this fragrance. Like, all of Dolce & Gabbana excites me more than this perfume. And I know, please don't be insulted if you guys have this fragrance, you like it. It's just that Dolce & Gabbana perfumes suit me more. And when I hear coconut in this fragrance, I went for coconuts because coconut. Some people even compare this fragrance to the La Vie est Belle and says it has a La Vie est Belle vibe. I don't know. I ain't getting it. But I can conclude, even though this bottle is so sexy, I'm looking at it in the camera right now, and I'm like, God, this looks so nice. I love it. I'm not into this fragrance. I don't wear this perfume anymore, and I think it's time for me to just let it go, you know, that kind of way. So that's Burria. And then Arithusa was even more challenging. This is a citrusy, fruity, green fragrance. A citrusy, fruity, green fragrance. It has a grassy element in here. It is strong. Out of these three, this is a strong fragrance. It projects, it's prominent, it sits on the skin, it lasts, and the grassiness in here gets you. It bothers me, and it's a little bit headache inducing. So like all the other fragrances, this is a headache, and it's so strong, but the grassy elements on it, it shines, it stands out a whole lot, and I'm just like, whew. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. But these are some very beautiful fragrances, solid releases from the brand. They smell good. Okay, I do like the scent of these fragrances, but I don't appreciate them enough that I feel the need to keep them in my collection. So with that being said, I'm getting rid of it. And the last one, Corke, which is a more tart, citrusy, fruity fragrance with the essence. I think passion fruit. Beautiful fragrance. My favorite out of the whole brand. And even though it was my favorite from the brand, I hardly reach for the perfume. I don't get it. I don't know what it is about that perfume that just keeps me away from it. You know, I'm not drawn to the fragrance. I do have other fragrances in my collection that's quite similar, and again, I think that's what threw me off. But these other fragrances that I have, they have a slightly different vibe. The heftiness to it is different. You know, Kirk is, out of all the perfumes that I have in my collection that resemble Corke, Corke was the smoothest and the softest in texture. All the other ones, even the there is one from Al Haramain, it is sharper and heavier, in my opinion, a little bit stronger. And then I have another perfume that smells somewhat similar from Afnan. It's more prominent with the florals, and it gives me more, it excites me more somehow, you know, that kind of way. So for me, Cork was a beautiful fragrance, but I had to let it go because I feel like I have others in my collection that's similar, but it excites me more. So all in all, these are the fragrances that I want to go from my collection. They are beautiful scents, but I think somebody else who's going to enjoy pulling for them on a daily basis, weekly basis, who's actually going to wear them, would more enjoy these scents. So there you have it, you guys. These are the fragrances. I think that's all. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. There's one or two in my collection that's a bit iffy, but I can roll with them. But yeah, I definitely, you know, look forward to relieving these fragrances to someone who will enjoy them a lot more. So thank you guys for sitting with me and going through my fragrances that I want to declutter. I do hope you guys made it to the end. If in fact you did make it to the end, please do give me a big thumbs up. If you guys are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. Until next time, see you guys in my next video. Bye.